Hey, everyone. This is our brand new podcast, Unfiltered at 50!
With Kimberly and Jennifer.
Yeah!
Okay, you guys, this is a total just rough draft of our very exciting podcast that we are excited to share with you.
Maiden voyage.
The maiden voyage?
Yeah, it's like the first. It's the
Oh,
first.
it is.
It's the
Okay,
first.
yeah. It is the first. It's the first of a lot of things. One is a lot of people, it may be 3, it may be 150. We don't know. A lot of people always say that Kim and I should either have a podcast, write a book. I mean, of course, we should star in a feature film. And of course, we should have our own talk show. No question. Kim and I have Kimberly and I have a very long history of just ups and downs of friendship that we've all had to deal with. We've known each other. We've met when we were 8 years old, and which is pretty special in my opinion. I know that I feel like our generation does have some relationships that you hear about, people that have relationships, maybe from kindergarten and stuff like that. And it's really special because, as we know, a lot of people suck. Friendships come and go, and they're part of our journey. We know that. But, it's, Kim and I it's not all been bows and marshmallows and fucking rainbows. But for the most part, I would say there's been more hilarity and just stomach churning laughter to the point where we just hear the smoker's cough come out and we don't smoke. And we just thought, you know what, let's do this. And talking about things, as Kim mentioned, unfiltered at 50. We're going to talk about turning 50. Obviously, you guys know I turned 50 in November. Kim is fast approaching. She likes to point out
month and a half.
She likes to point out that I'm older, and I guess factually I am, but I feel that we're just the same age and it doesn't matter. Shut up. So
when one's in their 40s and one's in their 50s, we're definitely different ages.
Oh, yeah. Totally. And this is why we're not friends right now. So with that being said, we are going to talk about Unfiltered at 50. It's 1,000 different things. It's a million different things. There's things that we know as we've gotten older. And I remember, I think we've talked about this, like your parents said bullshit like this, like when you get older, and you're like, but it is true.
It's your whole life, I think, changes your late 40s.
I really do.
You and I have discussed that. And that's part of the reason we wanted to do this podcast is so many people tell us, oh my gosh, you guys should write a book, blah, blah, blah. And I have a really hard time thinking anybody would be interested in anything that I have to say. But Jen and I just said, you know what? Screw it, we're going to do this. And people might listen, people might not, but maybe in 100 years, somebody will find this and be like, oh my gosh, those two were like rad. Nicole.
Beyond.
But the reason we really wanted to do this is the more her and I talk, it's, oh my gosh, how we were just even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, mostly 10, is so different. And there really is a difference. Like when you get into your late 40s, into your 50s of, you just don't give a fuck anymore. What used to bother you, like, you're like, I don't even have the time for that, energy, whatever. And the things that you and I have both learned getting to this age, if I had somebody that I could have gone to that was in their 50s and could have just been brutal honest with me, I would have learned so much. And
yes, but I think too, 20 years ago, we were like, yeah, whatever. Like if we would have heard it, I think 10 years ago we would have been more receptive.
If I would have trusted the person.
True. That's very true.
But
yeah.
But also I feel like when you're like your early 20s, like people in their 50s were like, oh, I know so much more than you. And I don't know.
Like you didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You wanted to hear like, well, what is it that I need to kind of...
When you were in your 20s, what did you think? And now that you're in your 50s, how do you see life different?
Yeah.
Like if people would have given me
and
that
what did that look like?
I would have been really interested in that.
Yeah.
I love talking to the older people. And when I say older, I mean people that are like senior citizens in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who have fought in wars, who've all that. I find their knowledge of life is so amazing. And if there is just one piece of information that I can give to girls in their early 20s, because I know how I was. I would love to do that, or something that they could walk away with and go, oh my gosh, I never would have looked at life this way, but I heard this and now I'm looking at life a little different. But I didn't want to hear lecture back then, but also I didn't ever feel safe enough to go to people because I was doing all the wrong things. And I mean, it made for great stories, but like looking back, if I had had somebody that I could trust, or I could have just listened to Unfiltered, I would have learned a lot. And so I think that's one of the things too that you and I we're not going to pretend, we're not going to sugarcoat, we're not going to say things because we think that it's going to hurt your, or, you know, we don't want to say it because it's going to hurt your feelings. If you want to know, we're going to be brutal honest about life in general and give you the knowledge that we have and some really funny stories, and also just what it's like to turn 50. Because I'll tell you what, I'm not quite there yet, but God, I'm so there. And it is so, like, that's a whole nother beast.
It's a whole other thing that you're like, I'm still 4 months later, like, just like, wait, I'm 50. And like, what? And just like how, you know, all of these thoughts and moments and, you know, time that you took for granted. And now you're,
things that used to be like so important. And now I'm just like,
yeah, like, give me a fucking kidding me.
Kidding me. I used to lose sleep over that.
Oh, I know. Like, I want to kick my own ass.
Yeah.
For sure I wanted to kick yours, but I want to kick my own. But the thing is, too, is, you know, sharing our story, sharing our friendship, sharing the fact that not every day was amazing. And it's not that I think about it now, because I see Kim. Kim's my family. She's 100% my sister. She's all of those things. And I guess I don't have siblings, but I guess, you know, you don't always get along with your siblings sometimes. So I look at it as it's fine. We really have done well in the last several years. I feel, you know, just being like respectful, and maybe because we're older, we just talk it out. Like, hey, you hurt my feelings, or hey, but it's fewer and far between, I feel, because also we're much more wise.
Also, it's bullshit.
It is.
So it's like,
at the end of the day, it's like trivial bullshit.
Yeah.
And you think about the stuff that like killed you, and you couldn't sleep, and you were raging, and oh my God. And like everything was, you know, Oscar level performances. And now we're just like, I don't care. And so the thing is I personally, and I think Kim and I are on the same page, of course, we're going to share our amazing friendship, our amazing journey, things that we've done that, you know, you may or may not know about if you know us. But we just want to talk about the things that, you know, we can relate to. Everybody can relate to this.
Life.
You know, like real life. Exactly. Like, some days suck. People suck. Some days I would rather lay with Charlotte, David can be there questionably, and my dogs, and just lay there. And I'm okay with that day. And, you know, and that's okay too. Not everything has to be Instagram or social media ready. Not everything is fucking smoke and mirrors. When you turn off the lights, you know, it's not all perfect. And some of these stories and feelings and thoughts and whatever that looks like, we want to share it, and just in our own funny, because Kim and I are funny. I mean, I'm going to say it. I mean, people, again, I keep saying this, people stop us on the streets. I don't know how many people, it could be one, it could be 1,000, one or two.
Or none.
or none, have stopped us on the streets and said, you guys are a fucking riot. And we are. And I hope that there's laughter, and we hope that there's, you know, maybe some tears. And I'm sure there will be tears. I cry all the time, and Kim can cry all the time. And you know, just share some funny things and just, you know, relatable things, because again, we're being real. Like, this isn't.
It's real talk.
Yeah.
It's real talk. And it's also like what's going on in the world. It's how are we feeling? It's our lives. And there was another thing I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was.
That's okay.
It's also, I know for me, I'm single. I have no children. I'm a crazy dog person with 3 rescues and a cat. And I sometimes feel like I'm super alone in this world, and nobody gets it. Nobody really gets where I'm coming from. And I don't want to call my married friends with their kids because they're busy with, doing, I don't know, dropping them off to
being an Uber driver.
Yeah,
you
just
mean
all the things that your married friends with kids do. And you're like, or for me, I'm just like, I don't want to bother them. So I know I will listen to podcasts sometimes of women and I'm just, you know what? I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. I'm not overreacting to something. I'm not alone in this. And that's a big thing for me. Mm-hmm. And also that it's okay to be this age and not be married and I haven't dated in 3 years? Oh, no. 2 years? Been 2? I think we broke up I was actually thinking about this today. I don't even remember. It's been at least 2 years. This is going to be my 3rd summer single.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because the year we went river rafting, I was single.
That was single.
Yes. And then last year was single.
No, but river rafting was only 3 months after we went wine tasting, and you guys broke up right after wine tasting.
Again, this will be my 3rd summer. So.
Oh, okay.
This will be my 3rd summer.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't remember.
But the thing
2020 to now, I'm like, I can't even, like the years are all blended.
It's all a mush.
Honestly, it is.
It is.
I remember 2020 and 2021 and then.
It's like the world before 2020.
Seriously.
And then it's like a completely different world. Like you're like, I don't even know. I turned left, I made a right, and I don't know where the fuck I am. And here I am. But yeah, you're not alone. And with a lot of things, we're not alone. And if you guys get even an ounce of laughter, enjoyment, and you can relate and you can give us feedback and say, you know what, maybe mention this or maybe say this or ask a question or whatever.
Yeah.
Please do, because we are just talking out of our butts. We love it. And her and I can talk forever.
And we have had some seriously diverse but very interesting life experiences. I think between the two of us, we have pretty much lived. I'm trying to think if there's like one thing you and I haven't done between the two of us. Neither one of us have been arrested. No. I think that's the only thing that
we haven't.
Or divorced.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I know. So I think divorced and arrested, those are the only 2 things that we really haven't ever experienced.
True. We've never been arrested. I would fail miserably at being arrested.
You would suck.
I would suck so hard. I'd be like, those are too tight. I'd be like,
you would just be crying.
I would be crying the whole time. And I'd walk in and I'd be like, it smells like pee in here. I can't. I have to go. Please don't make me smell it.
And then I'd be like, just sit down. And you're like,
do you have a wipe? Does anyone have a ShamWow to clean off the bench? Like, I'm fucked. You know what
I want to know? When you get arrested and they give you that one phone call.
Who? How? We don't even.
Who? What if, okay, do you get your cell phone?
I know. How are you?
I know 2 phone numbers, my brother and my mom's. That's it. And I'm not calling either one of them. So do they let you have your cell phone so you can like look at your cell phone of, I don't know who the fuck to call. And even if I did, I don't know their phone number. And what if they don't answer? Do you get another phone call?
If it rings more than 4 times.
There's so many questions on that one phone call.
Well, it's funny you say that because I was thinking, so when you said you were gonna, sit down, you go in and it smells, and I'm like, I wouldn't know any number. I wouldn't know any number.
I would panic.
Well, I know my mom's number just because it's my old cell phone number.
But you're not calling.
I would never.
No. You don't know David's number?
I know David's number.
Okay. Well, you would call David.
I would call David.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I would call David.
David's her husband.
Yes, he is. And we're not divorced.
You don't know.
I would call David.
Yeah, you should introduce yourself. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm Jennifer.
And
I'm married to David. And we have a 10-year-old girl who just turned 10 3 weeks ago.
I can't even believe that she turned 10.
I can't either because it went so fast. Imagine the next 10, she's going to be like going off or be in college. And I'm going to just die.
Oh my God, she really is.
I know. You know what I told her? I'm going to pause really quick. You know what I told her yesterday in the car after you hung up? She said, we were talking about, no. It was later that day. She's like, something about dances. Mm-hmm. She wants to go to a dance. And I said, well, honey,
what does that mean?
Like, you know how they have like father, like daughter dances?
Yeah, we didn't have that at Village.
So I said, we didn't have any of that, honey, and you're not going to probably have any of that because you go to a private Christian school as well.
They don't do that either?
They don't. believe so. I've not whispered of wins or whispers.
That school she goes to, they like to tell you things literally 2 days before it happens.
Yeah, they do. They actually do.
I know they do.
They are literally like, oh, by the way, this Thursday is the mother-daughter fashion show. And I'm like, I had plans for 2.5 months. Damn it. So anyways, so we were talking about dances and she said something and then I said, but I do think your school has like homecoming. I know they do the football game homecoming and they probably have the king and queen, court. Auntie Kimmy was on the court.
In her grade?
No, in high school.
Oh, her school's like that too?
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
So I don't think they do any like homecoming dances, but they have at the football game, And I said, Auntie Kimmy was on the court. What does that mean, Mommy? I said, well, she was like a nominee to be
a princess.
Whatever. And she goes, were you? I'm like, oh no, I didn't make cheerleading. I didn't make drill team. I didn't make volleyball. I didn't make badminton. I didn't make jump rope. I definitely didn't get on the court. Don't you fucking worry, kid. Don't you be proud of Mama. Be proud of her. And I'm like, Auntie Kimmy was, and I go, you know what, Charlotte Grace? And she's like, what? And I'm like, next time we talk to Auntie Kimmy, ask her who won. Who won? The queen. And she's she goes, oh, and I said, I think Auntie Kimmy thought she was going to win.
I didn't think I was going to win.
No?
I was actually surprised I got on court.
No, you got everything.
But you know what? That's a thing though, you saw my high school years as something totally different than what I experienced or how I felt.
Sure, I know that.
I felt like I had very few friends, very few close friends.
Okay.
And and we've talked about this before. I panicked during lunch. Like, who am I going to sit with? Who am I going to hang out with? Like, I hated lunch. And then I didn't want to look like I was panicked. I had to be cool about it, like super cool about it. Of course.
And if you're on the shield, you had to be really cool.
Yeah. But you also didn't want to be like that weird person who's like back behind the shield with, I don't want to say names, but it's not like anybody's going to know, Ara. But, but like, I didn't want to do that.
I did.
So I would I don't even remember what I would do. I think I would eat and then I would like get up and like move around or.
You're like, I'm going to go check out the library.
You know what? A lot of times I would go into, what was her name? She taught geometry. Mrs. It starts with a D.
Donaria?
No, Donde? No.
Donde está la farmacia?
No. What was her name? I would go and get tutored in math on lunch.
Oh, boy.
But also because I sucked at geometry.
I sucked at everything.
But I had like a relief. I was like, okay, cool. I don't have to find anybody to like go have lunch with.
I probably just pretended I liked the people I was sitting with and probably hated half of them. Fontana. And I didn't sit with her. I just wanted to kick her ass. And but I'm not bitter. It's fine. Everything's fine. What wasn't fine is when the gym doors were reflective and I didn't realize that. And I was pretending like I was kicking her through the door and she saw me and wrote me a letter. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And what did the letter say?
Like, I know you don't like me and boopity boop, 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 or something bullshit. And I was thinking of all the times I had never pretended like I was kicking someone, but she was standing there and I just pretended like I was kicking her and she saw me, I guess, through the glass. That was the one time because I was so shy, you know that. I mean, I would talk shit to you and be like, she could kick rocks. Just her face angered me and she was just she was like whatever this is. That's
it's like sucking on a rock.
Like a rock that was dipped in butt. I can't stand her face. And anyways, I pretended like I was kicking her. And what are the chances later on I'd get like a note passed?
So she was inside like the lobby? Because that's where we would practice all of our cheerleading moves in front of that door.
She was probably doing that because she wanted to show everyone she was a cheerleader. Anyways, and I was...
Everyone knew.
Yeah, but I pretended that I was like kicking her ass. Too. Like I was really...
She was on homecoming court.
I know, she was. But she didn't trip and fall and break her teeth. But anyways, I pretended like I was kicking her. And then like later on in like, sixth period, because I was still there. Don't worry. Everybody got to go home, but not me. You and I.
We had our ceramics class together, and we would skip out sometimes. Oh my God. And we sat with Stacy McKinney's younger brother, Ryan.
Yes. And Aaron Funk.
Yes.
Yes. And they did our projects for us.
They did.
So good.
They were like, they were like freshmen.
They were freshmen and they had the googly eyes.
Oh my God, they were so cute.
They were adorable. They were like little
And then Jen and I would be like, we're the only 2 seniors here for the 6th period because we didn't have to do 7th. We're like, we're the only 2
We had to do
seniors.
5th and 6th.
I know that.
And it sucks.
That's what I said is we didn't have to do 7th period. And we're like, we're the only 2 seniors that are here.
And everyone was probably like, you fucking losers. But guess what? Whatever.
And my mom found out that I would skip. And then she made me sit through ceramics, the class, and then she would make me sit through the next class. And I had to explain why I was there, and I would lie. Like, oh, I
thought I'd breeze by.
I really love ceramics, and I'm just trying to really nail down this art project.
I wasn't sure if my future goals of ceramics, my life in ceramics, were going to come to fruition.
So bad.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, and I got a note passed to me, like in the little fold, like origami, but it wasn't. And
pull.
It was, pull here, open, click, 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 click. And that she said something that was basically like, I know you hate me, but blah, 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 but maybe we could just something. And I just didn't care.
I never knew that.
I know. You know what's funny is I kind of didn't think about it until I remember being in front of the gym and I remember fake kicking her.
Do you know how I would love to go back to that school and see what it looks like now? Because I see pictures and I'm like, there's like a field there now where they play football games.
Yes.
And I think
there's a swimming pool now.
Shut up.
Yeah. There's like a swim team.
And I think that's where they hold their own graduations there now.
Ooh, we don't have to go to the cemetery.
Because we used to have to go to
Forest Lawn.
Thank you.
Forest fucking Lawn.
Yeah, we did. Forest Lawn.
Step
over the headstone to get your diploma.
Oh, wonder why we had some like bad dreams. It's totally fine. Yeah. So
we didn't have anything there when we were growing up. We had like the we didn't even play football there. They practiced football. They did basketball games there.
Yeah, which it smelled like an old sock. And we got to sing Lean on Me every fucking week. And I wanted to stab myself. Remember in chapel?
No.
Every week. And they'd have like a lean on. There's certain songs that just make me want to take a cheese
Red
grater.
wine.
That was at school.
Yeah, it was. Red wine.
Oh.
Yeah, you know why? Because we would do something good.
I think the window just
Senior
cracked.
year, they would be like, oh, you guys got so many points. You guys can go off campus for lunch. And then, oh, you guys didn't get enough points. I don't know, it was like spirit points or, whatever. I read 14 Bible verses this week, so I got 14 points and then you didn't. So still, whatever.
That sounds about right.
And then they would have a DJ for us during lunch and they would play red wine. And I used to laugh because I was like, what are they going to play? Because it's a Christian school. They can't play anything. And they played that. And I was like, huh.
They should have played Too Short. Say ho. Yeah, you. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, that was no. I don't remember the DJ.
Yeah.
But at every single chapel was Lean on Me on the Shield. Of course. Shield. You know what's funny too is I want to think about how we thought that school was so big, like the Shield and that whole entryway, and now it's probably the size of a peanut.
I know.
We probably walk and we were squishing everything as we're walking, like we're whatever.
And I felt like we had the biggest class, 120 graduating people, 120.
Yeah.
I think there's high schools that people graduate. There's like 800.
David's was 800, which by the way, because he went to Burbank High, the funny thing is when we first started dating, it was his 10-year anniversary. No. Yeah. His 10-year anniversary. No. Must have been anyways, it was his 20-year. I don't know when it was.
No, it would have been
15.
After you guys started dating. No, because we'd already had our 10-year.
Yeah, we'd already way had it. Ugh. I was still hungover 10 years later. And David's like, yeah, there was like 816 people that graduated. Only 16 people showed up to the... I was like, and it was funny because I told him,
Wait,
I'm like...
where did they have it? Do you remember?
Pickwick. and only 17 people showed up, and they had tables for days. And it was funny because we walked in and I go, on the whole time.
Did you go?
David wanted me to go with him. And I was like, I don't really want to. He's like, I want you to meet all, whatever. And I was
all
like.
800 people that I graduated
Well, he
with?
goes, and I go, what's so funny is our school was so small and our reunion was so pathetic. I'm like, I just imagine like.
I actually thought our reunion, the first 10-year reunion, we had a decent turnout. It was like 50 people.
Did we?
You don't remember, but.
I don't remember. But what I do remember is I was like, David, oh my God, I bet you there's going to be like dancing and so many balloons. And I was like, because I'm so still naive to that world. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder how many people. I think there would probably be like a couple, 300 people. He's like, definitely. And we walk in and there's like, we're like an hour late. And there's literally like 12 people. And we're the 12th. And I was like... And everyone's like, oh, well, maybe everyone's coming later. And so then there was a DJ who never really DJ'd, I don't think. And we're sitting there, and everybody that came, then I think 2 more people came. So there were 16 people total, or 4 more people came, and there were 16 people total. Everyone just ended up sitting at one table.
Well, yeah, what are you going to do?
But there was like a lot. I mean, I didn't think 800 would come, but I definitely thought at least 100 would come.
You know, when we were growing up, like the 80s movies, it was like Homecoming or high school reunions. I remember my mom, when I was growing up, she'd be like, oh my God, it's my 30th high school reunion. And she would work out for a year solid to like get her
She probably still has those tapes too.
She probably does.
Buns of Steel, baby.
No, that's me. And I still do have them. I just found them.
We can't be friends.
Hers was like Jane Fonda. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she, honest to God, had the trampoline in the front room, and she would trampoline on and off it to work out with her leggings and her sweatband. Anyways, and she would get ready a full year before her high school reunion to get looking amazing and it would be like a weekend thing. They would have a big picnic. No, I think there was like a get to know you dinner the first night, and then the next day would be like this big picnic at Redwood Park, and everybody was there with their kids. Like, I remember high school reunions growing up with my mom. It was hundreds of people, and there was games.
There was not even tens of people at David's.
It was insane.
Well, I
expected that. And then also like the movies, like you're right, like the balloons, everybody had a name tag.
And people are like, oh my gosh, is that so-and-so? And everybody's crowded around and there's dance routines and this, and there was literally crickets and a tumbleweed rolled by, and the food was questionable. And David paid like $100 each. And we're like, we just paid $1,600 because each person paid $100. There's $1,600, and we're all sitting at the same table, and we were laughing. All of us were laughing so hard.
Was it open bar? Please say it was open bar.
I think it was open bar. We were laughing so hard. Like every time we say something, we're like, "Oh, is that someone coming in? Oh no, they're just going to go bowling." Because it was at Pickwick.
I would have been mortified.
Oh, we were. And I was like, can we go? And then one of the girls is like, if anyone wants to go to my house after. And I looked at David and I'm like, if you want to go, because this is your jam, but I'm not going. But I will say this, the night before, in Burbank on, I think it's Magnolia or Alameda, there's that British bar. Do you remember? It was like, you don't. I was kidding when I asked. But anyways, a lot of people had met at the bar.
Before?
The Friday night. Okay, the thing was Saturday. So Friday night, David's like, hey, I think some of the people from the class are also doing like a pre-thing before.
Pre-gaming?
They were pre-gaming. I don't know. Robert,
I don't know if everybody knows what pre-gaming is.
If you guys know Robert, he's still learning what pre-gaming is. And
I'm the baby in the room.
I don't know if he knows how to spell it. Anyways, and we went there, and there was like probably 150 people.
Was everybody hungover?
Oh my God. Well, of the 16 people, yeah, but everybody, and all the people there were so nice. So I'm like, see you tomorrow. Because I had never met any of these people. Yeah. They're like, oh, you're David's girlfriend. Like, oh, da-da-da. So exciting, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, oh my God, see you tomorrow. So when we got there, I was like, where's all the people we met? Oh, it was mortifying. David and I laugh. We still laugh. He's like, remember when we walked in and it was like, if there was a DJ record, it was like, because we're like, hark! Who goes there?
So dumb.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was really funny. But every once in a while, he's like, do you remember when I was like, that was so, like, my expectation was literally 80s movie level, maybe even 90s movie. And this was like, you're in the backwoods of West Virginia. Like, you're...
Probably more people would have showed up then, though.
I think so, too, because they're all family anyway.
Well, and I don't know if they have a lot to do.
Yeah, they just like to do each other.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of... I don't know. I'm just saying it really like because it made me uncomfortable. And I rarely get uncomfortable.
But yeah, it was so crazy because we just laugh about it. We're like, oh my God. And David went and he didn't get a suit, but I think he went and got like a new shirt. And like, he's like, had it with a look. And I was like, you look great. And then we get there, we're like, we could have just worn sweats. Like, it was totally fine.
That makes me sad.
Oh, so sad. It was
and
so
that
sad.
was before social media wasn't like crazy yet.
Nope.
Because I feel like, because we didn't even have our 30th this year. 2 years ago.
Nobody even said anything about it.
Not one
But I
word.
guarantee you, because the second one, the 20 year, was pretty sad. And I mean, there was like maybe 30 people there?
Maybe.
So the next one would be like 12.
But I also feel like because of social media, like, why show up? Everybody knows about everybody's life. I mean, even though it's all fake, but I like in the 80s movies, they would like, oh yeah, I'm the owner of a car dealership and I make like hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. And then they really just are a used car salesman and they rent an apartment out of like their mom's back house.
Yes.
Like that was a thing. And
they use the gas that they use from old corn into their car.
yeah, because that happens.
All the time. I hear about it
totally happens.
Every day.
What the hell was I just saying? But I feel like that's why we didn't have a reunion. Like, and you're right, there wasn't one word about it.
Not even a should we maybe possibly nothing.
Nothing.
So crazy.
But I don't think anybody wanted to plan it either.
I don't think so. And we're like, no one can plan it good. I mean, where did we go last time? BJ's?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, can I get a appetizer? Like, I mean,
can I get a Pizookie?
Does anyone have a Pizookie with 2 scoops of ice cream? But the thing is like, I just don't think anyone...
And everybody sat in booths and like nobody mingled. I remember it was like weird.
But remember the one girl we went to...
Do you remember who showed up and she didn't even graduate with us? And I was like, why is she here?
I know.
She was one of my arch nemesis.
She was a nemesis. And also, do you remember the girl who had the longest arm hair in the world?
She's still alive.
Yes. Her first name is Kristen.
Yeah.
And her arm hair trumped all arm hair categories. I remember looking down and Jack looked at me and made that eye contact conversation.
Jack got the best.
He was the bestest of the world.
The best.
Oh my God. But I just saw her arm hair and I was like, whoa, that's clearly grown in the last 20 years. She made drill team too.
Yeah, she did.
She did. Probably did. I didn't. It's okay. It's okay.
Did you try it every year?
Every year, but going into my senior year.
You didn't?
I didn't try out going into my senior year. I called time of death after 5 times.
That would have been 4.
Junior, 7th, or going into 8th, right? Because you guys did what it was.
Oh, you tried for spirit leading.
Of course I tried for spirit leading.
I think you and I were actually in the same group of girls to go up and audition.
We were.
So spirit leaders was it called spirit? Yeah, spirit leaders.
Yeah.
That was 8th grade.
I did not make spirit leading in 8th grade. Then I went into 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade.
You're right, that was 4 years.
I know.
And you tried, when did you stop trying out for cheerleading?
Going into my senior year, so junior year.
What year did you stop trying out for drill team?
I only did that 2 years because I could only take the fucking knife to my jugular. I mean, there's only so much. And the thing is,
the funny thing is like drill team took in like 90 girls.
Everybody.
There might have been like 93 girls that tried out. 100%. 2 couldn't do it because they were like in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then
one of them lost their kneecap and then me. Totally normal.
Oh my God. Remember you would like come in and they would have the name on what was it? You would go by the balloons. The
student store.
Student store.
And you run up to it, you're like,
and the list was there and you're like,
where's my name? Let me look for Francis or Fantastic or fuck it. And it was always
that was like the scariest.
Because everyone saw it.
I know.
Everyone
and that was
saw
the scariest.
Also remember how shy I was in high school and junior high.
Yeah.
So even though I had girlfriends, obviously I've had girlfriends, the Ericas and the Kims of the world and stuff, and others, but I was so shy that people saw that and they knew that I was the biggest fucking loser. And I'm totally past it.
I don't think anybody thought you were a fucking loser, but I seriously
did.
know that people were like, she's going to be somewhere crying. We should probably go find her.
I hope she's in the fetal position on the shield, kicking the imaginary air.
No, you know you wouldn't have been because everybody would have seen you.
Oh, God, no.
I want to ask you a quick question.
Yes.
So what has it been like, honestly, for you? I mean, I know it's only a couple months in, but 50. What does that feel like?
It feels weird. And I mentioned this earlier, just kind of not trying to. I know this sounds so silly. It's like silly things, but you know, when you're like signing up for something or what age group are you in? Now you've moved from that 42 to 49 or sometimes it's 40 to 49, depending.
You have to click
and now
that
you have
box.
to click 50. And now I'm like, so then now like on social media, if it's something that I'm like, you know, just kind of like looking at and they tell you to click it, now all of a sudden everything I'm getting is, you're 50, da-da-da-da-da, you're 50, because, you know, that algorithm, right? That fucking, you know, so then it's like in your face. And that's, excuse me, that's the thing that I'm like, oh my God. So even though I turned 50, I really don't. When I look in the mirror and I see myself, I don't see somebody who's 50. I know that I look older. I don't want to think that I do, but I know that I do. But then when I see that, now all this stuff is addressing, are you 50 over? And now they use that word I talked about earlier too, like perimenopausal. I'm like, in my opinion, this is my opinion, you guys. This is not necessarily Kimberly's opinion. But 20 years ago, you didn't talk about perimenopause. It was just menopause. Now we have to sprinkle and sugarcoat and say all these names and make it a thing. And I'm not saying it's not a thing. It can be a thing. But we don't need to always like perimenopause. We should get t-shirts. You're part of like a fan club. Like, just embrace it, right? And I don't want to get stuff about that.
I don't want to embrace it, though.
I don't want to embrace it either. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say, oh, perimenopause. That's just not me.
My nutritionist told me that once you go into menopause, though, like, you're done. Like, what the hell does that mean? She's like, you have to fight it every step of the way. You have to fight it. You have to fight it. Because once you go into it, you can't reverse it. Okay, well, now I'm freaked out. Because I'm like,
go into it. What are we in, like a vortex? What's happening?
I don't know, because I haven't hit it yet, but I know I'm like 2 feet away from it.
A sneeze and a cough away.
That's the one thing. Wait, hold on. Let me back up.
Okay.
Wait, so you get it in your algorithm. So you're constantly getting stuff, because I want to address this. That's where I was just going to go, so you're constantly getting stuff about you're 50 and you probably need more fiber in your diet, more collagen, more everything.
Ashwagandha.
But is that what it is? Is that when you say that's what you're...
A lot of that, a lot of like, so the thing is, you guys know I love Pilates and I'm addicted to it and I'm taking the certification right now, which on a side note is fucking harder than I ever thought, but that's a totally different topic. But now like, it's like, have you guys ever tried Asian Pilates? That aims for 50 and older women. And I'm like...
And it's like AI too.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to start on Monday. And it's like the next Monday coming up. Yeah. And in 30 days, you'll look 10 years younger.
And you'll also have a 47 pack and you'll be able to bounce quarters off. And I'm just like, I didn't ask for any of this. Like, or you know what I mean? So it's like, one time I was putting in like something, you have to put in your birthday. I was looking up something. You know how you have to put in, you want an email. I just want to look at your fucking website. I don't want to give you an email. And if I want 10% off, I'll ask you. I don't. But anyways, and you put in your birthday or whatever. And then all of a sudden now that they've hook, line, and sinker, now they just fuck you every which way. And they, all the stuff. And then you're like, well, do I need more collagen? Well, do your eyes have this? Yes, they do, Sally. Yes, they do. Sally, they do. I have luggage under my eyeballs and it's fine.
Do you know what I'm pissed about? So I got back from Africa. And 2 things about Africa that I found very interesting. Over there, the women, their faces are flawless. Flawless. And so my big thing was, how old are they? And so I would ask our guide, like, the first thing was, like, how old are they? Because you don't want to just ask, and they speak Swahili, and I don't, clearly. So
I wanted to be a fly on a wall trying to hear you say things in different languages.
It was so bad.
It's so bad.
And I would say it really loud.
Of course you did. Because I just cringe thinking about it.
No, but if I got the word, then I would tell everybody, like, I speak Swahili.
It's like totally Greek.
It's like you're speaking Greek to me, Nicholas. The only ice we got the entire goddamn trip. Anyways, total other story. But so the thing there was the women actually want you to ask their age, and if you guess, they
give you a kiss so you get young skin?
It's a privilege to them. It's an honor to them, actually, if you guess higher than what they are. Because over there, the mature, the aged, the, what's the word I'm looking for? We'll just say mature.
Or mature. God, I hate when people say mature.
Anyways, so I'm not even going to touch that. But you're looked up upon.
I bet.
It's a big deal to be older because you're more knowledgeable, you have more life lessons, you're an elder, and you have much more respect in your community. So, and here, everybody wants to look younger. And so in Africa, it was interesting because they find our culture fascinating because we are so backwards from them. The elders are reared but oh my God, the women, everything they do is just beautiful and it's natural. And then I look at our society and I am 100% guilty of it, of doing everything you can to slow down that aging process. When I turned 40, I was like, I am not gonna, I always said I was gonna age gracefully. Every fucking line has a story. You know what? All your stories, all my all my wrinkle stories are stupid. Nobody wants to hear them, so I'm getting rid of all of them.
Oh my God.
Like I'm trying really hard not to age. I'm trying to age gracefully, but I am trying really hard to stop that aging process. And it makes me sad that I am doing it, but I am doing it. But anyways, but here everything is look younger, be younger, do everything you can. And people destroy how they look just to try to look younger. And they look worse.
They shit the bed.
They look older. People who get face stuff done early look older to me and like worn out.
Oh yeah. Like hit every branch on the way down.
Yeah, and then the fillers and then the face
keep
gets
with the
fat
and
then they look I'm sorry, but they look fat. They look fat.
Yeah, they look very bloated.
Yes, and they don't look good. They look unhealthy. All of it. But anyways, I found it so interesting. And then when I got back to the United States, you turn on your cell phone and immediately as I'm listening to one of my 1,000 podcasts, the commercials that come in, oh, are you, do you have this? Do you have that? And it's always you're ugly, you're fat, or you're old. True. That's all you see in social media. Those are what the commercials hit.
But, and what's interesting
and
is
unhealthy. And now the big thing is you have not worms, but you have, God, I can't think of the words today. Oh my gosh. When you've got them in your body.
Parasites?
Yes, you have parasites. That's all I'm getting now is parasites. You have parasites.
Well,
so,
if you have parasites.
No, I don't, but I'm just saying those are the things that you get.
But if you do.
You're bloated. You're not fat.
I know why. It's because you eat 12-year-old food.
Yeah, whatever. But regardless, just so you know, if you're bloated or you have all these things, you're not fat and you're not bloated. You have parasites.
See, I don't. But then the thing with men, but men are just so much more distinguished as they get older, right?
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yes.
Men look hotter when they get older.
Yes.
Most men.
Yes.
I mean, without a doubt. You look at some of these people, even like people we probably went to high school with. I mean, I don't know. I don't see, but I'm just saying, like, you were like, oh, whatever, this guy. Now he was the dork. Now he's the hot nerd.
Because he has a salt and pepper beard.
Because he has a salt and pepper beard and he's like super smart. And you're like, wow, well, he was smart. He's so attractive.
And you know what's funny is like the cool jocks when we were growing up.
Yeah. All went to pot.
And like did not do well in their life.
No. And they were like the jocks, but they didn't go further than like high school, maybe some like low college. And they're bloated.
Yeah.
And by bloated, I mean fat.
Yeah.
And they, greasy. Maybe greasy.
Yeah.
And they have
really bad life choices.
And such bad life choices. And their fingers look like little Vienna sausages. And maybe they're happily unmarried or unhappily married and probably cheating and maybe a very receding hairline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a hairy back. Maybe.
I don't know about that part.
I don't either, but I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the ones that were just kind of under the radar.
Like Vanilla McBeige. Whoa.
I know. I know. So girls, any young girls watching this, listening to this,
Don't make fun of don't make fun of the nerds.
No. And honestly, give them a chance because quite honestly, those are going to be the ones in 20 years you're going to be like, damn it. Damn it. It got away. Yeah, that one got away. And that hot jock.
Yeah.
No.
And he's weathered looking.
And he knows he's hot.
And he knows he was hot.
No, he knows he is hot.
He knows he is hot.
Yeah. And it's like they don't try. That's the thing. It's like they stop trying. Like, oh, I'm hot. I could get any girl in high school. I could probably get any girl in college. And it's like they just stop trying.
Yeah, and they just wear joggers everywhere.
What's a jogger?
Like sweats, but they don't call them sweats anymore. They're called joggers. Like they don't even dress up. Like they go out to dinner in like joggers. And you're like, fuck off.
Who wears joggers?
Do you ever go to dinner and see men that just wear like sweats? I just went
to dinner and I didn't see one.
Nobody wore sweats. Like sweat, like sets?
No.
Oh, where are you going? The Queen of England's house?
No, we went to Lure.
Oh.
In Porter Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Let me talk about this really quick. Our server.
You did say he was good looking.
Very tall, African-American, very tall, good-looking guy.
Smelled good, had tattoos.
Don't know if he had tattoos.
He probably did.
Marianne said he did smell really, really good.
They always smell so good.
And so...
You're like, do you want a tongue bath?
So the thing is that Lisa was like, how tall are you? And he's like, can you guess? No.
What size shoe are you?
And then somebody asked him, what are you wearing? Because you smell really good. And he's like, do you want me to give you a hug? And I thought he was good looking. And as soon as those two sentences came out of his mouth, I was like, I'm good. Yep. I am so good. He thought you're hot and you're doing that thing that like makes it look like,
here's a breadcrumb.
20 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, God. And now I'm just like, can you just get my fucking cup of coffee with cream and quit forgetting it? Because I'm going to give you a lower tip. I have no time and patience for you. You fucking hug. And anytime he opened his mouth, it was like sarcastic, like joke. And I'm just like, I hate you. Anyways, that was a total side note. I don't know why I went there, but I don't like it when guys think/know that they're hot.
But he was what, in his 20s?
I don't know. He was the lead bar server. He was like the lead bar, whatever that meant. And
let's just say he's let's just say he's in his 20s. So he thinks.
No, he's probably in his early 30s.
Okay, but he still has that shtick. Like he's like, oh, they're going to ask me tell me that I smell good. Of course I do.
But he did.
But I mean,
and
of course.
It turns out he was wearing Vanilla Musk. And then Debbie was like,
I wear Vanilla Musk.
Debbie was like, I have this Vanilla Musk from not Trader Joe's, from Whole Foods or Sprouts. And she pulled it out and we all put it on and it smelled divine. I mean, we'll give you that. But it wasn't a hit on. It wasn't like back in the days, it was like, ooh, what do you
have Drakkar Noir.
Yeah, right? But it was like a legit, like, we're in our 40s and 50s, like, what are you wearing? That smells really good. Maybe we'll get it for our grandson.
We'll put it in his stocking. He'll love it. Oh my God. Speaking of Drakkar Noir, David, when we first started dating, his first Christmas without his dad, his sister, his mom, everybody flew to Canada. And then he met us, my mom and I, or he came to Park City from Canada and stayed with us a week, okay? So he comes with, he has stuff to stay with us, and then he has all the shit he got up there, right? And he comes in with this, like a duffel bag. One of his cousins gave him this duffel bag of all his Christmas loot, I guess, if you will. So I'm like, oh, what'd you get? And he's some bullshit, whatever, always the same stuff, socks, And I see this box, and I at first I was like, did they give him Drakkar? Because it's been a while, but it was like the imposters. It was Drakkar.
Isn't that how it's spelled?
No, it was like Drakker.
That's how it's spelled.
No, it was Drakkar Noir is how it was, and it was Drakkar. This was like Drakkar, like Dracker.
And that's ridiculous. Who would ever buy something like that?
But I'm like, who would buy them? And I'm like, oh, that's a real. And he goes, I'm even scared to open it. I'm like, he just donated it. But it was so funny. Drakkar. Didn't even say noir.
I think like all the guys I ever dated, I thought that's what the name of it was. I seriously think like the guys I dated, that's the one they...
You also did Buns of Steel.
Whatever.
So we have the bar is low.
Whatever.
The bar's low.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so 50, and that's how you feel about 50.
No, 50 is weird because I've always been a time person. I don't like that I do everything in time. Like I'm always like, and we've talked about this before, but like, when you were growing up, or at least for myself, I think for women, there's this box success, right? There's this checkoff list.
Yeah.
We know, right? It's this huge checkoff list. It sucks. It's not given, but it's just like it is. You're going to finish college. You're going to get you're going to hopefully get a career. Then you're going to meet someone and get engaged. You're going to be engaged by this age. I was going to be engaged by 27, married by 28. I was going to have the house with the fence. I was going to have the 2.5 kids and the 2 dogs and the right? And that was never happening. College didn't go as I planned. It kind of jumped around. I never had a serious relationship. Well, then all of a sudden I'm in my late 20s and now friends are starting to get engaged or dating seriously or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you go into your 30s, right?
And now people are getting married or are already married and now you're going to all the baby showers.
Now you're going to all the baby showers and the boxes are not checked. And it's like, mentally I would be like, okay, and I would do this thing like, okay, well, I'm only 32. So, I guess if I got married.
And not even that. It wasn't even I'm only 32. It's my biological clock is ticking.
Oh, yeah.
How many more years do I have?
I could hear the clock ticking.
But you hear that all the time. 100%. I work with all these young girls and that's all I hear. I should be getting married soon. How old are you? 20?
Shut up.
No. Don't even get married until like your 30s.
No. And you know what? I used to think, I was like, God, I'm so old, like, whatever. I was getting into my mid 30s and I was like, God, but now I would have never changed it. I think I was ready to be married when I was ready. Like as later, and same with having Charlotte. Did I ever think I was going to have a baby at 40? No. Do I think that I appreciate it more? And do I think that I'm more responsible in terms of myself and raising a human the way I'm proud that I have to pass on to her versus the selfish, like maybe more selfish or like, I want to party and, just like not, whatever party looked like back then. But it's like, I know it was okay, but there's that box and I constantly heard the clock is always ticking.
But I think also that was I don't think it was our culture.
Yes.
For girls,
yes.
You don't even have to go to college.
No.
You could just get married right out of high school. And as soon as you're married, you better pop out a kid quick. And and then it was you'll be probably a stay-at-home mom and you're going to raise 2.3 kids and you guys are going to go to church and your husband's going to have this amazing job and you're going to have the 2 cars and the 2 dogs and the 2-story house with the white picket fence and you guys are going to wear your matching pajamas and do your Christmas cards and then you guys are going to wear matching pajamas and do Christmas morning and that was before social media, but it was you're going to post or you're not going to post, but you're going to take all the pictures and send it to everybody and that was when Christmas cards were obviously really big. But that was the thing. And your kids are going to grow up in the church and your kids are going to be really, really good kids with straight A's and then they're going to get into really good schools. And it was like all this, it had to be a certain way. And if it wasn't, it was stressful.
It was.
And if you didn't follow that, you were behind or what's wrong with me?
What's
what is wrong with me?
I
always
thought that. What is wrong with me? Why do people tell me I'm so great, but yet I can't find a relationship?
Yeah.
Why do people say that I'm so funny and I'm so, now, obviously as I got out of my shell out of high school, they'd be like, oh my God, you're so funny. Or, oh, you have such a great personality or you're so like, you're just funny, right? It was always funny. And then it was like, well, why can't I ever have a relationship? Like, why have I never had a relationship that was more than a hot minute? Literally, and then when I lived up north and I had a relationship, there was all this pressure on myself because I'm like, I don't even know that this relationship is great, but I need to start checking those boxes. Yeah. I really did. And you know that.
I do know that.
You know that?
That was that.
Mm-hmm. No sleeves McGee.
I may or may not have gotten another email. I may not have told you.
Oh, God.
I know.
I kind of want to just kick his ass. Let's go to the Shield. He needs to go on one side. And hopefully, he's so stupid. Like, it's been Charlotte just turned 10.
I know. I know.
Okay.
I know.
He came to her first birthday.
I know that. I know.
9 years of literally holding the Olympic torch.
I know.
With not one iota of any kind of moment.
I know.
There was like, ooh, is it
But
gonna
you know what? Again, it's not me.
No, God,
it's how I made him feel. Because I oohed and awed over him and I allowed him to be who he was and I put myself in the shadows because I'm not one to want to be in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. And so I let him do it and I would boost his ego even though I was like red fucking flags
Everywhere.
But that was my last chance.
Yep.
That was my last chance to marry somebody who wasn't previously married with kids and baggage or ex-wives. And we had a chance to make it completely and totally our own life. And oh, thank God.
You dodged.
You
didn't even dodge a bullet. You dodged a missile.
Thank God.
Sprinkled with missiles.
Thank God. I actually, seriously, now at this age, I look back and go, thank God none of those relationships worked out.
Oh, yeah. You know, and ones that I tried to make work out and stuff, you know, you're just like, at the time, you're like, oh my God. But now I'm like, no. When I was with Eric, I mean, I was like, okay, now I got to start checking off these boxes.
And you know what pisses me off about that one for you is he told you what he wanted and you like tried to mold yourself into that.
I know.
And how many women, I think every single woman on this planet has done that, at least in one relationship. And if they haven't, they're probably not being honest or truthful to themselves.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad too, because men are like, oh, I want this and I want that and I want this. And so women are like, oh, I've got to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this to make him love me, to make him want to marry me because we have to get married, because we have to have the kids. Oh my God. And I look at now, I wonder, because I used to always look at people who are married and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all so happy. And, you know, why couldn't I find somebody and what's wrong with me? And now I look at it and I go, are they really even happy though? Like, are there really that many couples who are married that are really that happy? I know that there are, but how many? And how many got married just to get married and just to have kids? And how many look back and go, I wish I had never?
Oh,
and now I think, like, I actually dodged 100,000 bullets.
You did.
And I'm so glad I never got married. I mean, am I sad that I don't have somebody to share my life with? Yes, I am. But that's a whole nother conversation on a whole nother day. But I just, at this time of my life, like, to think of me trying to mold myself into something else so you can fall in love with me or you'll like me enough.
That you'll throw me a crumb to like me enough or say.
I don't even have the patience for that shit anymore. I'm physically repulsed by it. Physically repulsed. And when I see guys doing it now to girls, I want to grab them. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this and tell them, put on a full-length shirt. You don't always have to wear a crop top, because I was queen of crop tops until like 12 minutes ago. And
until right before we got to this podcast.
Yes. And put on some fucking shorts that cover your ass cheeks, because I also own those shorts and I will be wearing them again this summer. But whatever.
Tomato.
Potato. You don't have to get them to look at you with your body. And I did that for so many years.
Yes, you did.
Oh my God. And
You
it
did.
makes me sad for these girls. Like, all
You
of this stuff
did.
makes me so sad and it makes me so mad.
I know. Because then we didn't know, and that's what we did.
I
And
know.
Did stupid shit. I never
And
wore
now,
crop tops. No one wanted
like,
to see me.
I could never do that.
Do you remember what you wore to that wedding? The yellow dress?
Again, I wore it in Hawaii and I don't remember it being that booby, okay?
It was
I don't
so
remember
boobalicious
it being that booby.
that
And I'll tell you what.
I had to close my eyes.
Tell you what.
And I've seen a lot of you.
I'll tell you what. As soon as I put it on in the hotel room, I was like, oh no. Oh no. I don't even have like a bandeau top to wear. I was like, fucked.
You
Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Made poor clothing choices.
Really?
But it's okay.
Really? I did.
What clothing choice? I just make bad choices.
You made bad drinking choices that night.
I make a million bad drinking choices. Most of my bad choices are with drinking. I never was willy-nilly showing my boobs.
I didn't
At a wedding.
show.
At a wedding. And they thought you were a call girl. But that's again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, oops.
Okay, well, anyways.
Well, we're not talking about that.
Again,
You probably still have that dress too.
That way, I borrowed that from Tara.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no, I didn't. So I don't have that dress
Thank
anymore.
God. Yeah,
Whatever.
but there's things that we do and things that and we'll talk about this more because we have so many, moments and stuff. And it's also just, our life and our take. I know that from Kim, Kim is very,
What is Kim?
Kim is very, you can see it now when she talks. She has this like rage about all of this, like, Yeah, like you can't be upset about your past choices.
I can't, but I'm such a strong person.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes.
And I did so many things that went against what my soul was telling me to do, but I need to hit all of
the
these
boxes.
timelines.
Yep.
I need to hit them. And so clearly something's wrong with me. So I have to change who I am so I can hit, because everybody else has hit all these timelines. So I've got to do it, because I can't be the only person that doesn't do it. And I can't have something wrong with me. And I can't be that unlovable. So it's for me. It's like a mourning part for me of, I'm so sad that I did that to myself.
Sure.
And I didn't just like love me for me and just accept the path that God has chosen for me. And I'm really stepping, the last year I've really stepped into that, but I feel it now that since I got back from Africa, I am looking at everything so different, like really different. I got back and I have barely drank. Not that I would drink a lot, but like, I come home from work and I'm just like, I need a glass of wine. Now I'm just like, no, I'm almost repulsed by it. And I don't know what that's all about. So I'm like sitting with that. And then I have this whole thing around taxes right now.
Okay.
And I sat in my jacuzzi a couple nights ago and I literally talked to God and I was like, what is this all about? Like, why does this keep nagging at me?
Sure.
And I literally got this and I'm angry. I'm really angry. Like, I feel like I need to go back to a therapist and just like, I'm angry.
Well, you
whatever.
do. No, I don't mean it. No, I mean
I know
like
that,
to work through that.
It's to a point where I'm so angry and I don't know where to get that out at. And so again, I'm still sitting in the jacuzzi talking to God.
Can I say something?
I want to nail this one home. So I was like, okay, God, like I don't know who this person is right now. And I literally heard him say, you want to fight? Here's your fight. And I was like, oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
I can do this. I mean, my life will be a living hell, but you know what? I could fucking do this. And and this is my stand, because I'm going to die on a hill at some point, because with everything going on in this world, I have such strong feelings about where I stand, and I'm very proud about what I stand in and why and like, if you were to ask me, this is because I feel. I know why I feel, and I know why I stand where I stand. And I feel like we have so much anger right now because everybody feels like they can't, nobody has any power to change or do anything, but we do. But we've always been punished, or we've always lived in fear. Like, if you do something against the government, you'll be put in jail. You can't do tax evasion. There's always a consequence. And now I'm just to the point where I don't fucking care about your consequences. I don't fucking care. Bring it, because I see the injustices going on all over the entire world. We can even go into the Palisades fire, like the injustices there. And I feel so strongly about, I know I'm jumping around, but there's so many things I feel so strongly about and I can't change. So you know what? I'm going to take on this fight. And even if it's for me not writing a check of, I'm not going to be paying my taxes this year, folks. I will be paying my property taxes. I've had a long talk with myself, but I'm not going to be paying my federal and state taxes. I'm not even going to file taxes this year. Fuck it. And I really felt into, if I write a check, how am I going to feel? Like a sellout. I'm a fucking coward.
Okay.
I'm a fucking coward, and I'm not going to be a coward. And I also got this voice in my head of, you could never have done this 5 years ago. You were never strong enough 5 years ago to do this.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
And
do you think that when you came back from Africa, it was because you had like a sense, like when we traveled to other places, I know when I came back, I was like, God, this country's so gluttonous. We just take advantage.
Yep.
But you probably saw it at an exponential level, right?
100%. And I knew I was going to come back feeling like that.
Sure. I feel that way too. And I haven't even gone.
Because I felt like this when I came back from Egypt. Like, third world countries, apparently, that's not what you're supposed to call them anymore. It's supposed to be up and coming worlds or
No.
I don't know what it's called. I always thought it was a third world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone changed it, we all have to fucking listen
I
to
don't know
it.
what it is. So if I offend somebody, too bad. I don't know what I'm supposed to be calling it now because I've always called it third world. But they're not. They're not. They're so...
They appreciate everything. They use everything.
So grateful for
and they use
everything that they have. And I don't mean just recycle like their plastic. Oh my God, that's a whole thing though. Plastic bottles everywhere, all over the streets, littered everywhere. That surprised me, but everything else they recycle. We've got corn husks. Oh, feed those to the cows. The cows eat the corn husk and then we use their manure as for like everything's a full circle. Everything has a use. Everything has meaning. And they don't just buy from Amazon and then throw everything away 20 minutes later because they're over the newness and they have to buy something new. They're so appreciative. They're not this country of people who are like, why are you at my front door? What do you want? But our country is also, there's an angle. Like there's usually somebody trying to like get an angle on you. So we're all like tense in fear of this country. And they're not like that. That's come on in, you're welcome. Let me make you some tea. Here's some coffee. Have a chit chat. You get to know your neighbors. We don't do that here.
God, no.
It's weird. And it's weird there to not do it. And they're not bored. I'll tell you that. I mean, they're not bored over there. They have to go still get their water and they have to clean their water. And every day they have to go get their meat because they don't usually have a lot of refrigeration. They don't have a lot of electricity. They don't have a lot of stuff that we take for granted here. And you know what they don't have? I asked our safari tour guide, I said, hey, if somebody wanted to come with their service animal, could they? What do you mean? What's a service animal? Well, I have anxiety attacks, so I don't. This is what I said to him. Somebody who has anxiety attacks that need their service animal to go with them everywhere, could they come on a safari and do this? And he was like, hold on. He couldn't answer the question because he was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. And so we were all like, okay, some people have dogs. And he's like, people own animals to calm them down? Well, it's a service animal. Yeah. Whatever. And he's like, and he literally said, Americans are crazy. I don't even know what that means. And we don't have that here. And you could never come to our country and bring your service animal here. No. And you could never come on a safari and do that. And I think it's interesting because we would have to be okay with that law. That's how it is. And they wouldn't be called racist for not allowing it. That's just how it is over there. And here we're so bored, we have to come up with a label for everything. And that bothers me. And we're so bored that we have to come up with a problem for everything. And over there, they're just so appreciative for every single thing that they have. And that was the one thing when I came home, because it was right during the ICE, riots and everything. And I was it took me a couple days to get back onto social media because I already knew I was just going to have like so much frustration about Americans are bored. We're bored. We make up problems that aren't even problems. We make up problems. And we make up issues problems that aren't even issues.
And words that never were a word.
5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we are so medicated. And they don't, hardly anybody over there wears glasses. Hardly anybody over there takes any type of medication. Their food is clean. Their water's not clean, but okay, they purify it. They do that whole thing. But their food is all clean because they have to get it literally a day or two before they eat it. It's not full of chemicals. They're not full of chemicals. Everything there is just clean and natural. And you can tell the difference between the people there and how my body even felt over there while eating and then coming back here. And I can feel the heaviness of our food and our society and Instagram and social media and our news and just everything about this society is just heavy.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Mm-hmm. And I come back and you're not celebrated for being the beautiful person that you are, like you are in Africa. You're beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. And as soon as you land in America and you turn on your phone, it's, you're ugly, you're fat, you have parasites, and you need to lose, or you said you're ugly and you're fat and
old.
And you're old. Mm-hmm. And you need to buy 8,000 things
you buy
every
40,000
single day.
creams, and you got to go, here's the fillers,
and
here's the this.
Even if you buy all that stuff, you're still not good enough, and you still need to buy more. It's never good enough. You're never good enough. That is what this society I think really nails into specifically girls. Can't say that about men because I'm not a man. You're not good enough. And no matter what you do, you'll never be good enough.
So imagine then trying to teach that to a little girl.
I can't even imagine.
Like it's so hard. Like and I've talked about this before, and you know we won't dive into it now, but just a little thing is trying to explain to Charlotte, like, you're so beautiful, honey, because someone tells her that she, you know, has a little belly, or, you know, she could, you know, walk, sit a little bit further, because you and your friend could just walk. It's fine. It wouldn't hurt you, you know, kind of thing. And to think that I viscerally want to like kick a kid's ass, and I'm like, I can't do that. I want to, but I'm like, I want to tackle you and body slam you and do all that. But it's like, oh my gosh. And I know that I have my own issues with that. And think of the level that no phone, no social media, nothing. And I had it a little bit.
It was not in our faces like that growing up.
No. It was minimal. To me, it was, oh my God.
I know.
You know what I mean? But when I think about it now, Jesus, Lord.
And sex sells. And you better be sexy. And you better wear the little tiny things, because the boys only like the girls that show skin and show boobs and show ass and show this, and make sure you bend over so they can see. And oh my God, the sexuality that these kids have now is so heartbreaking. And again, even in Africa, you don't see, kids are kids. Kids are outside playing in the dirt. They're outside climbing a tree. They're playing in the dirt. They're dissecting a beetle on the ground. Like the things that we used to do in the 80s and the 90s, mostly the 80s growing up.
Yep.
But I'm so disappointed in our society. And I'm so sad for where our society has gone and is going for girls and little girls and women and older women. We are never appreciated for who we are. We're never appreciated for the age that we are. It's always, how do you look and how could you be better? Because you're never good enough. You're never enough. And I think that's disgusting and sad. And that's the kind of world, and that's the kind of society we live in.
100%. And so, you know, talking about being 50 and, you know, those things come up, and like I said, so now I feel like there's more check boxes. Like it's this other round of boxes.
Yeah.
And you hit this mark, because I mean, 50 to me was like not, like it was never going to happen.
Never.
Like I never was going to turn 50. I don't know what that meant. Was I dead? I don't know. But I was like, oh my God. And I still have a little girl, and I still feel not 50, whatever that means. But there's still more boxes. There's still not enough. There's still all these things that I, you know, kind of punish myself, like, oh, I didn't do that, or I still want to do that, and it's like, when does that stop? So that, to answer a long, such a long thing, which we're going to talk forever, every episode, but you know, it's when does that shut down? And that's where I've been thinking in the last couple months, like, there's still always more. It's always
because we are in a gluttonous society.
We are. It is. It's like, okay, you know, I'm taking Pilates and I love it. And now I'm taking the certification, which is really hard. And I love it. And it's great. And it's fantastic. It's changed my life in terms of just, but that's one more thing. It's, first of all, it's expensive. And it's discipline, and it's all these things. And then it's like you go in and it's like you're talking about your outfits and and that's not me. I wear like a baggy t-shirt, and you know, I'm not wearing just my boobs and
Lululemon.
I'm not wearing, that's not Lululemon. Yeah, you're not wearing Lululemon. Now it's like Aloe and like, you know, Vuori and all these brands that I never even heard of.
Am I outdated?
Yeah. You're like Wet Seal. I mean, of course,
cool.
You're clearly Forever 21. But yeah, or Charlotte Russe. But yeah, so like you go in there and I'm like, and it's a thing, and it's okay, because I kind of block it, because I go in and I'm like 7, 8. I mean, I haven't been going the last couple months, but you know, I'm laser focused, because if not, you know, but I'm like, it's a thing. It's something else that's a thing. And then it's like, oh, well, oh, you know, and then all these people are doing other stuff after, and it's like, do you do that? And it's like, when is it enough?
One up.
It's always a one up. It is. It's always one more one up. And it's kind of interesting. And like I said, you put in your birthday maybe for something stupid. Like I was trying to buy Charlotte something and I had to put in my fucking birthday and email. And now it's like, I'm getting this stuff for 50. I've gotten hip replacement emails. I've gotten all this stuff. And I'm like, silver foxes. Apparently they don't think I'm married, but if I wasn't, go to the dating app Silver Foxes.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is in my email? Like, where did that even come from? You know what I mean? Again, they probably sell it and all that shit. But it's like you say one little thing, you put in one little thing, and then poof, a whole other world comes in.
Interesting.
Next, they're going to be like, pick your nursing home. And you're going to be like, not yet. I still can wipe my butt. Thank you. But yeah, it's just, it's interesting. And I
It's
feel,
sad.
It is. And then you're like, oh my God, in 10 years, I'm going to be 60. And in 20 years, I'm going to be 70. And I just think like, my mom's going to be 70 this year. My mom has a 50-year-old daughter, and my mom's going to be 70 this year. And she's 70. And
that's a whole nother conversation we're going to do for another.
Yeah.
Is like parents growing old.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh my God, like my mom's going to be 70 and I'm fucking 50. And I've said this before too. My mom and I have this thing and it's so silly. I've always been like so boy crazy. It's so weird. Even I'm married to David. I love him. I adore him. But my mom and she'll call me. She'll be like, hey, were you watching this baseball game? There's a new pitcher. You should check him out because, whatever. This is our thing. This is our connection. She's like, he's hot. And so,
Do you know I never knew that?
Mm-hmm. So that's how I became a Yankees fan was Derek
Never knew that.
Derek Jeter.
Never knew that.
1995. Yep, 1995.
I knew you were a Yankees fan.
But my mom called me and said, there's a new player that just joined the Yankees. I know we don't watch the Yankees because we were in LA.
Yeah.
And she goes, his name's Derek Jeter. You are going to be, like, you're going to find him hot. And I was like, put it on, done. How can we get Yankees games all the time forever? But anyways, she'll call me, whatever, and or I'll send her a picture. I'll be like, hey, who's this? Because my mom knows better than I do.
Uh-huh.
Like, who's this? And one day I send her this picture and I'm like, Mom, and I put like the heart emoji, the eye heart emoji. I'm like, Mom, who's this one? And she's like, you could be his mom. And I was like, well, Sheila, it's official. You're dead to me.
That's a whole nother conversation
that's
too.
A whole conversation. But you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, she said that.
Yeah.
Before she would be like, oh, here, look at that. And then she's like, well, yeah, oh, he's hot, but you could be his mom.
It's a thing that I'm not, this turning 50 is a whole another world to navigate.
But what do you think's different? And we'll again, because we have to wrap up, obviously,
Yes.
but 40, what do you think changed from 40 to 50?
I don't know.
Like, what was that? Because at 30 and 30 to 40, you're like.
Going into 40 was hard.
It was hard.
Because you're like, ooh, you're knocking on 50's door. And 30s, you can still get away with, we're doing Vegas every other weekend and we're funny and it's cool.
We're at the club and we're sweating and we're getting home at 6 and we're getting up at 8. 2 hours later.
I don't even know if I could do that in my 30s. Definitely I was pulling that off in my 20s. But 40s, like that starts to be like uncool.
Right.
Like,
you're at the club
42.
at 42?
Yeah. Wearing a cable knit. Cool. Super cool.
And you're having cramps. Amazing.
And hot flashes. Premenopausal. Sweet. So the 40, like you kind of had to grow up, and I felt that like, okay, I need to pull my shit together. And then it was, oh my God, now I'm in my 40s. And again, I was on the dating apps. I was doing that. And it was a lot of, only looking for girls, in their 20s and 30s. Don't apply. Don't respond if you're in your 40s. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I look better than some of these girls in their 20s and 30s. Fuck
100%.
you. But that was the first time where I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You're going to age, like cut me out because of my age? You don't even want to get to know me because of my age? And I remember I really got pissed about that. And now going into my 50s, it's holy shit. We're like, I hate to say it, but like, I really should have enjoyed my younger years of how I looked because that ain't ever coming back.
No.
And and in our 20s and in our 30s, when we probably looked our best, it still wasn't enough. It still was never enough. And you're always chasing something that you could never get to. And you never got to appreciate what you look like. You never fully appreciated how you felt about your body and like how your skin looked and just all of that stuff. Cause you were always, for me, I was always chasing that demon of I have to look like this. I have to be like this.
Yep.
And now that I'm turning 50, my skin is sagging. The old lady skin is really starting to creep in because I don't believe in sunscreen. And it's my own fault and I love the sun, but I'm really starting to see it. And I am like in a mild panic.
The worst is when you're in your car and the sun is hitting your, like, you know, you're in your car, maybe you got somewhere a few minutes early, and I'll pull down the mirror and like the way the sun's hitting, because in your own light at a house, maybe it's different, but the natural sunlight in your car, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, there's like stuff here. And I'm, you know, like, and hairs and like weird eyebrow things. And, you know, just the way the sun hits you in a different light, you know, bright lights or whatever. You're like,
that's the part I'm fighting.
Oh, fuck. Because this is the natural light. This is when I walk out in the sun.
This is what I actually look like. And that bothers me. And I never felt like I needed to wear makeup. I could pull off looking adorable without makeup. And now I'm like, I kind of won't go anywhere without makeup on now. And that's not me.
That is not you.
That's not me. But I am very conscious of my face and the redness and all the things from the sun. And in 20 years, I'm going to look back and go, you should have just appreciated yourself. But again, we live in a society where I'm chasing that. I don't want to look 50, but I do. But getting back to what you asked me, this is a whole nother book. It's not even a different chapter. This is a whole nother book.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I feel lost. I feel really scared. And
we're at that point where we don't have as much time left as we
exactly.
did. And that's hard.
And my dad, fighting cancer, used to say, you know, he would talk about his age all the time and his mortality. And we're closer to that. And also, this navigating old age thing, like we have to start navigating. How are we going to do this? And that scares me. Again, never been married, don't have kids. I have nothing to really fall back on. You know, I could fall back on my nieces and nephews, but I'm not their responsibility. So it's scary to think I don't have a safety net and I have nobody to really take care of me.
I'll take care of you. You know that.
I know you say that, but again, you have a family that can.
You're my family, though.
I understand that, but you have to think about it. Like if you didn't have anything and I was married and I could say that to you, I still don't have anything.
Maybe not now.
Okay, but I don't have anything. Right now in this moment, I don't have anything. And that scares me.
Sure.
And also 50 came fast.
Fast and furious.
And now, like, 60 is going to be like in 2 months.
It's going to be in a week and a half.
And then it's like I was saying to you earlier, like, and then we're in our 70s.
And then
that's when people really, truly start dying is in their 70s.
Yeah. And you go to like early bird lunches at
that's going to be in my 60s. I might even be doing that now because honestly, when we got together for dinner at 6 o'clock, I was like, that's a decent time. 10 years ago?
Oh my God.
6 o'clock? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, when you guys said 6 o'clock, I was like, that seems so early.
I was loving it.
No, I mean, but
I didn't get home till midnight, by the way. Well, it was an hour there, hour home, whatever.
Yeah. And
waiting for the check from Chocolate Goddess, whatever. Anyways, it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. And in all honesty, it's terrifying. And I want to be excited about it, but I'm not there yet. I'm terrified.
No. But on that note, I think this is a great pausing point because I think there's 100,000 things besides how funny and everything our stories are. But a lot of this, I just want us to just be real. And that's the way we are when we're talking. And we're going to touch on all this stuff because, you know, we are 50-ish. I know you're not there yet, Kim. And believe me, I'm not rushing it for you because I'm down to I don't even want to say, I want to take your birthday and say, then we're turning 50 together.
We can't.
You know, but it's a lot of things and there's some emotions that have come up and I'm like, you know, and then whatever, we'll go into that. But I'm very excited for this podcast. I'm very excited. I know sometimes it's like you're sitting there and you said to me before, like, who wants to want to hear it? But people do resonate because they know that they're not alone. And that's one of the things I like to talk and like I like to think about. Because sometimes it's like, oh God, listen to these girls. They could be talking at their, at their house, this stuff. Yeah, we could be. But guess what? We're also talking about things that a lot of us are going through or thinking, and maybe you don't have the person to say it to. Maybe you don't want to say it, or you haven't thought about it, or maybe
you're embarrassed.
Or you're embarrassed.
And you don't have anybody to talk to about it. And we have become such a solitary society. Like if we don't have to go out of our house, we won't, because we could just stay on our Instagram I keep saying Instagram because that's where I'm coming from. But what is it? X and
I'm not even on any of that.
Twitter. Is Twitter even a thing? I don't even know.
X is Twitter now.
Cool. That's cool. Or like MySpace.
Yeah. Where your one friend was Tom.
Totally cool. But I mean, how many times, even when people are together, they're still right here and they're not interacting. So my thing is, if we can just open up a conversation of like, what are you feeling? How are you feeling? What would you like to hear from us? What would you like to know? Or if you're younger, what would you ask us in our, what am I trying to say here?
Yeah, like what is something that you would be like, hey, in 10 years, what should I know? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like what, give me the wise wisdom that you have, because we're winging it. And the thing is there's these feelings that come up, and there's thoughts and stuff. And, we're going to talk about that. And
I want to talk about regrets too.
Yeah, there's so many things to talk about, and that's what's really exciting. And Kim and I are very, very excited to share this platform with you. I know that we're excited to be here. I hope you are too. And I thank you for listening. And I look forward to our next episode.
Yay!
Yay. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you, Jennifer Michelle.
All right. Talk to you guys later, and enjoy your day. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered at 50,
where we talk about life growing up and everything we've learned along the way.
The real unfiltered version.
If you love this episode, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe,
so you never miss a moment.
Come hang out with us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Ask us questions, give us your comments, tell us all your stories.
We'd love to connect with you there.
Produced by Robert Altschuler.
And recorded and mixed at Command Creative Studio.